Xavier Worthy has been released from jail after he was arrested for felony domestic abuse. The charges were dropped this afternoon by a district attorney in Texas. Good evening and thanks for joining us for Action News After the Game. I'm Nick Garcia. Let's start with Action News reporter Vince Ibarra at the live desk with what we know about the arrest and how fans are reacting to the news. Vince.
Well, Nick, when we initially started reporting on this story, Xavier Worthy was said to be behind bars for alleged domestic dispute. Now, like you mentioned, the Central High graduate has since been released from jail. These allegations had local fans disappointed that the 21-year-old was accused of this type of crime. Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Xavier Worthy was released from a Williamson County, Texas jail on Saturday after allegations of felony domestic abuse. Action News has learned a Texas district attorney decided not to pursue the charges any further. Still, the news about the 21-year-old was upsetting to fans.
And then seeing the news and what happened is shocking.
On Friday, Worthy was arrested and charged with assault on a family or household member in which their breath was impeded. After the wide receiver was arrested, his lawyer released a statement that said the unidentified woman who made the complaint had been living with Worthy the past 2 weeks. The woman was asked to leave Worthy's house after he discovered she was unfaithful to him. The attorney went on to say the woman allegedly damaged a room in his home. They say the woman became violent by allegedly scratching Worthy's face and ripping some of his hair out.
I was really proud to see somebody from Fresno get to play with such a great team like the Kansas City Chiefs.
Worthy is considered a hometown hero, attending Central East High School and recently offering a free meet and greet autograph signing for fans at Granite Park in Central Fresno. And one thing people we spoke with also said is violence is never the answer. We do want to share a reminder that support is available around the clock for anyone experiencing domestic violence. There are numbers now listed on your screen. In Fresno County, you can call the Marjorie Mason Center, and the National Domestic Violence Hotline is available 24/7. We now switch to sports anchor Alec Nolan, who has a look at Worthy's rookie season performance. Alec?
When I first heard this story, it made me sick to the stomach, and I was just completely pissed off. Okay, so you have Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Xavier Worthy arrested and booked on assault charges last Friday. It has now come to our attention that the charges has now been dropped and Xavier Worthy has now been released. Now, here's the part where it pisses me off when I heard about this story and how all this came to happen. Now, keep this in mind. It all happened when not James Worthy, what I'm talking about, Xavier Worthy has caught and exposed his internet model girlfriend of cheating for the past 2 weeks. And he told her constantly to vacate from his premises, in which she refused, in which first off, that's his house. If he wants you gone because you can't keep your fucking legs closed, then guess what? His house, his rules. Get to stepping. But no, she didn't want to do that. Instead, what she did was tore up one of his rooms in his house and then proceeded to scratch his face and pull out his dreads, he's now sporting a fade because of that. But then he's the one getting arrested for assault charges. Can somebody make that retarded fuck-ass logic make sense? She assaulted him, but he gets arrested for assault charges? If anything, if he was going to be arrested, so should she have been arrested too, because she put his hands on him. Now you see what now they see why everybody's saying that that this retarded fuck-ass system is broken and why people don't trust the system at all? And because his girlfriend cheated and got caught, now she's bringing up these trumped up charges in a desperate attempt to sabotage his career, all because she got caught cheating. Now, one thing I will say is this. I thank God that the NFL didn't neither the Kansas City Chiefs nor the NFL released Xavier Worthy on these bullshit ass charges. Keep in mind, the NFL punished a total amount of 7 players, one of which, Matt Hariza, on false allegations they did not commit. Now I would say, I thank God Matt Hariza was picked up by the Kansas City Chiefs. That's putting the NFL on the right track. But still, I can't push myself to watch another NFL game because of this shit like this, where they let these hoes. Yeah, I call them hoes because that's how I see them as. They let these hoes come out with these Trump allegations, and the NFL calls themselves getting out their own investigation and end up punishing these players. Come to find out they've been lying the whole entire time, and because of this, you have some of these NFL players' careers completely ruined. And the NFL and all these other sports organizations sit there and wonder why most of the people who used to watch sports now resents it. You wrongfully punish your players and then pretend like nothing ever happened. But once again, the NFL is now starting to redeem themselves because, one, they let Matt Hariza play in the league again, and two, they didn't jump to conclusions when it came to Xavier Worthy and these false charges. But that doesn't negate the fact that once again you got the system convincing people to believe all women, and you got retarded fucks on the internet sitting there believing the bullshit. And what's more, you got his low down, dirty ass ex-girlfriend now trying to ruin and damage his career, all because she got caught cheating. And now she's so bitter, so butthurt that she's trying to ruin his career as a wide receiver. You see, I ain't gonna call her a woman. I'm gonna call her exactly what she deserves to be called as. You see, 304s like her gets no respect. Better run a check. And keep this in mind. It was her that physically assaulted him. But he's the one locked up on assault charges. Again, make that retarded logic make sense. And yeah, they really dropped the ball on that shit. If he was going to be arrested for assault charges, Why wasn't she arrested for assault charges as well? Especially when when it was her who put her hands on him. None of this makes sense to me here. But I'm happy that he is now released, and the domestic abuse charges are dismissed. But this is a reminder. This right here is a reminder, not just for the NFL, but all these other sports organizations. Why they should not believe all women. Believe the evidence. In fact, let me give the NFL and all these sports organizations a very good solution here. Instead of quick to punish players for charges and accusations, which in the end they didn't commit and they were found innocent, how about these sports organizations wait until everything is brought out? Wait to the verdict. Are they guilty? Are they not guilty before they pursue punishment? Then and only then will people stop resenting these sports organizations. Off the gate, yeah, NFL, yeah, NFL, yeah, NBA, yeah, MLB, yeah, all these other sports organizations. I just solved a major problem for you. But back to the matter at hand. So you got Xavier Worthy's ex-girlfriend, who not only cheated on him for not 1, but 2 weeks, but then destroyed a room in his house, physically abused Xavier Worthy, and now people are looking at them as a victim, makes me fucking sick to the stomach. But somehow, Xavier Worthy is the perpetrator of it all. And yes, as I stated, they dropped the ball on that shit. This is the reason why you got players whose careers are ruined over false accusations. And yes, I already know 7 players been through that shit. Yet only two, which is Xavier Worthy and Matt Hariza, has been redeemed. Come on, the system needs to do better at this. And on top of that, not only did she cheat it, but she tried to sabotage his career. That right there pisses me the fuck off. She wanted to end his career because of the fact that she was unfaithful to him, and he wanted her gone, in which he had every right to kick her ass out of his house. And on a side note, in my personal opinion, she definitely dropped the bag on that shit. How you gonna cheat on an NFL player? And 9 times out of 10, he's making more money than those fucking fools that she had clapping her cheeks. This shit makes no sense at all. Blah, 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 blah. But my message to Xavier Worthy: you're a football player. You're an athlete. And to be honest, I ain't just saying this to Xavier Worthy. I'm going to say this to all athletes, whether they part of the NFL, whether they part of the NBA, whether they part of the Major League Baseball, NHL, whichever sports they play. be extremely careful out here dealing with these women, because not all these women have your best interest. And leave these fucking internet models alone, where they're IG models, OnlyFans models, what may have you. You see what's happening to Travis, right? And he's too blind to comprehend that. Man, find a woman that is 100% down with you, not against you. And if she shows her true colors, that right there lets you know where her loyalty lies. And 9 times out of 10, she's only with you for the bag. And it's clear to see that. And it's clear to see that Xavier Worthy's ex-girlfriend. Yeah, it's clear to see that she fumbled the bag. No pun intended. Now she's trying so hard and so desperate to end his career by making these false domestic abuse charges, in which nobody believes that fucking shit. Even as of right now, I still look at it as a slap in the face. Again, no pun intended. She's abusing him, but he's getting arrested for abuse. Come on now, dog. Come on, man. I mean, this whole entire shit is a trip. No, it's a trip. Do better. And with that, I say what I had to say. I'm done. Keep your head up, James Worthy. And watch out for these snakes in the grass. And I'm out this bitch. Later.